Hey, here we are again, America. Deer Hunter DVM coming back at you again. Let's talk about where we're at in the rut cycle and a little bit of social media policing. Where we're at in the rut cycle. I live in southeastern Illinois, and it is November the 29th, and I have driven about 65 miles of country back road, and I've seen 3 different bachelor groups of bucks grouped together, and just does smattered all over the countryside, and like literally zero chasing activity, zero tending activity today. Everybody's out and they're feeding. I saw a lot of lockdown activity last week, which is typical for the late part of the rut. When there's last available does, they'll several bucks will tend to lock in on one, but we're not seeing that behavior anymore, and it's definitely over. The next 7 to 10 days, in my opinion, are some of the hardest to really try and get on a buck with. They're just going to sit around on their tail, do nothing, conserve energy. So you need to just be sitting back and watching and observing. If you've got one tag in your pocket, don't fret. You've still got plenty of hunting days left, but you need to do more scouting than hunting. Like, hear me now or believe me later. Now is the time to scout your tail off and only hunt when the time is right, when he's ready to be struck. You got to figure him out. First off, you got to figure out if he survived gun season. And then once you figure that out, he's back home, essentially. But then you got to sit back and observe him on those bed to feed patterns and decide how you want to approach it, make your approach, and go try him. So that's definitely a video topic for a bit later. But that's what's going down in the whitetail woods right now. They're in recoup mode. And I don't think buck sightings will be worth the shit in the next 7 to 10 days. It's always pretty crummy. Let's talk about social media real quick. I saw a couple of these young redneck kids that they posted this thing called the Buck Chug Challenge, where they take this dead 2.5-year-old that was just dumb enough to run into these yahoos, and they string him up by the hocks, and they use his hollowed out body cavity like a spring break beer bong. One buddy pours 2 beers down the hollowed out carcass of the animal, and the other one does mouth-to-mouth beer bong resuscitation on said animal's carcass. That's awful. It's awful. It's disgraceful. It looks like shit. It makes hunters look stupid. And we all wonder as hunters why Hollywood portrays us in movies as a bunch of uneducated, slack-jawed, dumbass rednecks. That's why. And it's not just the kids I'm not mad at the kids that are doing it. That's the culture we live in now, where it's social media shares and likes and hashtags and everything else. There's a buck. And I get that, What worries me is the guy that's 37, 38 years old, and he's got like a big buck hero grip and grin as his Facebook account profile. Like, that is who I am in the digital world. I care enough about these whitetails to make them part of my expressive content. When you got a guy like that wants to portray himself as a serious whitetail hunter, but he's sharing stuff like that and promoting and going, hey guys, look at this. This is awesome. No, it's not awesome. Those are the poor bastards that I worry about, because you guys are old enough to freaking know better. You're old enough to know better than that. It looks like shit, and you guys know it. So stop promoting it and sharing it. Like, it does nothing for our image as a, look here. Hunters are a minority, not based off the color of our skin per se, but the culture that we choose to partake in. Nobody hunts their own food for a living anymore. No one hunts for food and sport because they have to anymore, right? We need to protect our culture and not portray it like we're a bunch of dumbasses. Not treat the animal like they're just a prop once they're dead, because that's bullshit. And the people that share that kind of content, they're bullshit too. So, if you don't like it, tough shit. It's the truth. You're an idiot if you like that kind of shit. So, that's my soapbox. Just look here. Don't do stupid things with deer and social media. Don't combine the two. You don't have to. Like, let's all act like we care about the whitetail in real life not just in like on Soch. You know, let's just act like we give a damn. Act like we've been to the dance before. That's it. Soapbox closed. Talk to you later.